The rugged peaks of the Appalachian Mountains have long held secrets, their ancient slopes whispering tales of times gone by, whispers of forgotten trails and echoes of lives lived under vast skies, where the wind carries stories of those who once roamed these lands. But on that crisp autumn day in 1977, a chilling discovery sent shockwaves through the tranquil wilderness, forever altering the serene landscape. A group of hikers, their boots crunching on fallen leaves, stumbled upon a sight that would haunt the region for decades. They'd set out for a day of adventure, unaware of the dark secret the forest held. There, amidst the towering pines and silent rocks, lay a body, frozen solid, as if time itself had stopped to preserve this moment. Preserved by the unforgiving cold, the body seemed almost surreal, a stark contrast to the vibrant autumn colors surrounding it. The hikers, their hearts pounding with a mix of fear and curiosity, quickly alerted the authorities, their minds racing with questions. Sheriff's deputies arrived, their breaths misting in the mountain air, to find a scene straight out of a nightmare. The forest, usually a place of peace, now felt ominous and foreboding. The man, clad in a simple blue shirt and brown pants, appeared to have been frozen in time. His attire, though ordinary, seemed out of place in the harsh wilderness. His weathered face, a map of a life lived, held a stoic expression. Who was this man? What had brought him to this remote and unforgiving place, and how did he end up entombed in ice on this remote mountainside? The questions seemed endless, each one more perplexing than the last. The discovery sent ripples of unease through the small towns dotting the Appalachian foothills. News traveled fast, and soon everyone was talking about the mysterious frozen man. This was a place where neighbors knew neighbors, where life unfolded at a slower, more familiar pace. The sudden appearance of an unknown figure disrupted the community's sense of security. The idea of an unknown man meeting an unknown fate in their midst was unsettling, to say the least. Conversations in the local diner, at the post office, and on front porches all centered around the same topic. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the mountain, one question hung heavy in the air. Who was this man frozen in time? The mystery deepened with each passing day, leaving the townsfolk to wonder about the secrets the mountains still held. Investigators combed the area, searching for clues that might shed light on the man's identity and how he came to be there. Every piece of evidence was meticulously catalogued, but answers remained elusive. Old photographs and historical records were scoured for any hint of the man's past. The townspeople, too, delved into their memories, trying to recall if they had ever seen him before. A candlelight vigil was held, bringing the community together in a shared moment of reflection and hope. They prayed for answers, for closure, and for the soul of the man who had become an enigma in their midst. Under the moonlit sky, the mountains stood silent, as if guarding their secrets. The stars above seemed to twinkle with a knowing light, hinting at stories yet to be uncovered. As a new day dawned, the morning mist rolled through the valleys, bringing with it a sense of hope. Perhaps in time the mountains would reveal the truth about the man frozen in time. The body, quickly dubbed Pinnacle Man by locals, presented a chilling puzzle for investigators. Found in the harsh, frozen expanse of the mountain, his discovery was as mysterious as it was tragic. Who was this solitary figure found frozen on the mountain? The questions seemed endless, and the answers elusive. The autopsy, hampered by the body's unusual state, offered few clues. The extreme cold had preserved the body, but it also made it difficult to determine the finer details of his demise. Pinnacle Man, likely in his late 40s or early 50s, had died from a blow to the head. The injury was severe, suggesting a violent end. The estimated time of death? Sometime in the spring, months before his frozen discovery. The thawing snow revealed his presence, but not his past. Despite their best efforts, investigators hit dead end after dead end. Each lead seemed promising at first, only to dissolve into nothingness. Missing persons reports yielded no matches. It was as if Pinnacle Man had appeared out of thin air with no history or connections. Fingerprints carefully collected from the frozen hands returned no results from national databases. The lack of identification deepened the mystery. The man's clothing, simple and worn, offered no hints about his identity. They were nondescript, the kind of clothes that could belong to anyone. Days turned into weeks, then months, then years. The seasons changed, but the mystery remained. The case grew cold, the file gathering dust in some forgotten corner of the sheriff's office. Yet the mystery lingered. It was a puzzle that refused to be solved, a story that demanded to be told. Locals whispered about Pinnacle Man, speculating about his life and death. Theories ranged from the mundane to the fantastical. Was he a hiker who lost his way? Perhaps he was an adventurer, seeking the thrill of the unknown, only to meet a tragic end. A drifter seeking solace in the solitude of the mountains. Maybe he was running from something or someone, and the mountains were his refuge. Or was there a darker story etched into the lines of his face? A story lost to the passage of time. His weathered features hinted at a life of hardship and secrets. The mystery of Pinnacle Man became woven into the fabric of the region, a haunting reminder that some secrets refuse to stay buried. His story, though incomplete, became a part of the local lore, a ghostly presence that lingered in the collective memory of the community. Over the years, the story of Pinnacle Man was retold in hushed tones, featured in local newspapers and discussed in town meetings. Each retelling added a new layer to the legend, but the core mystery remained unsolved. Occasionally, new investigators would revisit the case, hoping to uncover something their predecessors had missed, but each time they were met with the same frustrating dead ends. In the end, Pinnacle Man became more than just an unsolved case. He became a symbol of the unknown, a reminder of the mysteries that lie just beyond our understanding. The community, though unable to solve his mystery, honored his memory, leaving flowers and tokens at the site where he was found. And so, the story of Pinnacle Man remains, a haunting tale of a life lost to the mountains, and a mystery that continues to captivate the imagination of all who hear it. As the 21st century dawned, bringing with it technological advancements that once seemed like science fiction, the world found itself on the cusp of a new era. The rapid pace of innovation transformed every aspect of life, from communication to transportation, and even the way we solve crimes. Amidst this wave of progress, a glimmer of hope emerged for the long-forgotten case of Pinnacle Man. This case, shrouded in mystery and obscured by the passage of time, had once baffled investigators and left a trail of unanswered questions. Detective Sarah Evans, newly assigned to the cold case unit, stumbled upon the file, its yellowed pages whispering tales of a mystery unsolved. The case had been dormant for decades, gathering dust in the archives, but to Evans it was a puzzle waiting to be solved. The image of the unknown man, frozen in time, sparked a fire in her. His eyes, captured in the photograph, seemed to plead for justice, for recognition. Who was he? What had happened to him? These questions haunted Evans, fueling her determination. She was determined to give him back his name, to offer some closure to a life cut short. It was more than just a case to her, it was a mission, a quest to restore dignity to a forgotten soul. But the passage of time, while offering new tools for investigation, had also complicated the task. The advancements in forensic science provided new opportunities, yet they also highlighted the challenges of working with old, deteriorated evidence. Witnesses had long since moved on, their memories faded. The once vibrant neighborhood where the man had lived was now a shadow of its former self, its residents scattered or gone. Evidence, stored for decades, had deteriorated. The physical remnants of the past were fragile, their integrity compromised by the relentless march of time. Yet Detective Evans pressed on, driven by an unwavering belief that everyone deserves a voice, even in death. She worked late into the night, her resolve unshaken by the obstacles she faced. Evans began by meticulously re-examining the existing evidence. She scrutinized every detail, every piece of information, hoping to uncover something that had been overlooked. She pored over the initial reports, searching for any missed clues. The original investigators had done their best, but Evans believed that fresh eyes might see something new. She sent the man's clothing for reanalysis, hoping that modern techniques might reveal traces of pollen or fibers that could pinpoint his location before his death. The advancements in forensic technology offered a glimmer of hope, a chance to uncover new evidence from old materials. Most importantly, she submitted the fingerprints, those unique identifiers, to a national database once more. The database had grown exponentially since the case was first opened, increasing the chances of finding a match. Technology had advanced, offering another chance to unlock the secrets held by those whorls and ridges. The sophisticated algorithms and enhanced imaging techniques provided a new level of precision, a new hope for solving the mystery of Pinnacle Man. The year 2024 arrived, bringing with it a wave of both technological advancements and renewed hope for solving cold cases across the country. For Detective Evans, glued to her work on Pinnacle Man, this year would prove pivotal. The National Fingerprint Database, recently upgraded with more sophisticated algorithms, finally yielded a match. The prints, misfiled decades earlier due to a clerical error, belonged to one Nicholas Paul Grubb, a name that sent a jolt of electricity through the investigation. Nicholas Paul Grubb, a name, a life, a story waiting to be unearthed. Detective Evans, her pulse quickening, delved into the life of Nicholas Grubb. Born in 1930, Grubb had lived a relatively quiet life in a neighbouring state. He worked as a mechanic, known for his quiet demeanour and meticulous work ethic. He had never married, had no close relatives, and had lived a solitary existence. Then in the spring of 1977 he vanished. His disappearance, while noted by local authorities, had remained an open case, another missing soul lost in the vast tapestry of life.